to you and your loved ones. Our hospice team provides an individualized program of physical, emotional, spiritual, and practical care so your loved one is comfortable and not in pain. At Mary T. Hospice, we understand that choosing the right hospice care provider can be overwhelming, but we're here to assist you. Learn more today at marytinc.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Today, cloudy with a high of 69, then tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 54. The nights may be getting shorter and cooler, so turn up the heat with the hottest musical acts in town at Crooner's Supper Club in Fridley. Crooner's is located just north of I-694 off Highway 65 and Moore Lake Drive. No concert ticket, no problem. Maggie's Lounge doesn't require one. Visit Crooner's MN for their show schedules and food menus today.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Living Healthy and Aging Well. My name is Ken Haglind, and we are broadcasting from the AM 950 radio station that overlooks beautiful Bryant Lake Regional Park, located in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And it is another beautiful day here. Isn't it, Harvey? There's
nothing better than sunshine.
I know. It's just great. And it seems to always happen on the days we're broadcasting.
That's right. We bring it with us.
Yeah. And I am so grateful to be here with you today, folks. And I hope all of you listening are doing well. We are on the air every Saturday from noon to 1 to talk about your health and your life. We cover a wide range of topics to help you and your loved ones improve and enjoy your quality of life. We have another great show for you today. Joining me in a few minutes is my longtime friend and expert in Medicare, Harvey Pearl, principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker. And Harvey will talk about what is ahead for Medicare in 2026. Yes, folks, we're already thinking 2026. Pearl & Company specializes in Medicare education, enrollment, and client servicing. Having someone from Pearl & Company who you can have advocate for you to make certain that your doctors and medications are obtained from in-network providers helps keep your expenses as low as possible. And you've heard Harvey say before, cash flow matters. And agents that help to protect your cash flow are so important. Health insurance should not be left up to chance. You don't want to wing it. Throwing a dart and hoping for the best plan is risky. Responding to a flyer in the mail or a famous sports or TV star or some other marketing effort is not finding someone who is looking after you. Yes, health insurance should be all about you, and it takes a little bit of planning and strategizing, and Pearl & Company provides concierge level service to guide you through the process. You don't know what you don't know, and you will also learn why they do not charge a fee ever. This is no fee ever. So that's why you should never hesitate to call Pearl & Company. You'll enjoy listening to my conversation today with Harvey Pearl. I want to thank all of you that leave us messages on our radio show phone line. We appreciate hearing from you, and we welcome your comments, questions, and of course, topics for future shows. Also, if you are interested in being a guest on our radio show, please call or text us at 612-999-3426. You can also contact us on our website at livinghealthyradio.com. There you can find information about upcoming guests as well as listen to our previous shows. And we look forward to hearing from you. We are adding new listeners to the show each week, not only here in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, but also throughout the country. You can find podcasts for all of our radio shows on the AM 950 radio website. And we can also be found on iTunes, Spotify, and many other podcast and streaming services. You can also watch our broadcast live on the radio station's Facebook page at AM 950 Radio. Now, if you have a question for us today, there's two ways to reach us. First, by calling the AM 950 radio station, and our friendly show producer, Patrick, will get your call in the air. Our phone number is 952-946-6205. Once again, 952-946-6205, or you can text us your question at 612-999-3426. Now, don't worry. If you missed our contact numbers, I'll repeat them throughout the show. All right. I'm so excited to have Harvey back in the studio and to explain what things may be coming down the pike here in 2026. I mean, we're kind of jumping the gun a little bit.
It's good to have foresight, and none of us have a crystal ball, but we found just a little piece of one. So we know things that might happen.
Right.
We don't have any guarantees yet, but we know things that might happen that we can anticipate.
Right.
So we're going to break it down into 4 segments today. What are the basics of Medicare for people that are first aging in and thinking about it, trying to plan ahead for it, or losing some sleepless nights, wondering what to anticipate? Then we're going to talk about what's staying the same, what we know we can rely on. And then we're going to talk about anticipated changes in next year in 2026. And we're going to talk, spend a moment about what we're doing as Pearl & Company, how we're changing and how we're preparing and how you too can prepare for the fall season that anticipates getting yourself up and ready for 2026.
Right. Well, and again, people need to remember this thing called open enrollment, or what do they call it?
Annual enrollment.
Annual
enrollment.
Right,
Yes.
right. Annual
October
enrollment.
15th through December 7th is annual enrollment for existing Medicare clients.
Right.
So if you're new to Medicare and this is your first rodeo, the AEP, the annual enrollment period, doesn't really apply to you. It's for the people that are re-upping.
Mhm.
A review needs to be done. It's critical. You've got to do a review.
So a person who is on Medicare, been on Medicare, I know you're a big advocate. They should review that every year because things change. Network change, physicians
Networks change. Your own prescriptions might change.
Right. Your health changes.
Your health changes. And so Medicare is not a one and done. You cannot say, I got my Medicare, I'm set.
I'm good for life.
You're not set. You're set now. You're set for this year.
Yeah.
But because the things are changing, and heck, the federal government rules are changing.
Right.
So we've all got to stay on top. And in order to best advocate for you, we always encourage, call us, set up a time for us to do a review with you. It does not cost you anything. We're not trying to sell you anything. It's not an opportunistic thing. It's an advocacy thing. So yes, reviews are critical. And that number is 651-303-8889.
Right. And we're going to say that throughout the show here. So,
Yes.
But the thing is too, people can do these reviews with you virtually, on the phone, in person. Again, you guys can do whatever meets their needs.
Right. People ask, where's your office? And I say, wherever I'm standing.
There you go.
Because we are truly
Yeah.
more accessible than ever
Right.
today. We truly can be remote. We have a client who winters in Thailand. And so we've been able to Zoom with him and meet his needs, and life is good. It's really amazing.
Is that person on Medicare?
He will be.
Oh, will be.
We'll
Okay.
get there.
Okay. All right. Got it.
We're
Got
not
it.
rushing.
No.
But we're anticipating, we're planning.
Right.
And Medicare does take planning. And so for 30-year-olds who are out there, believe it or not, you too can plan for Medicare. There are things you could be doing now. Health savings accounts, as an
true.
example.
Helping fund things.
They're
Yeah.
great financial tools. They're great tax saving tools. It takes a little bit of planning. And I was just talking with one of our new clients who's 38 years old. He's already had his health savings account for years.
Wow, that's good.
And that's impressive.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
nice to see that there is a bit of ahead thinking.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so for the new folks, if we're going to just jump into some basics.
Yes.
Okay. So buckle up, everybody. Take notes, but don't worry about it. If you didn't catch it all, we'll catch you up if we get the opportunity to speak with you one-on-one.
Right.
What is Medicare made up of? How is it constructed? It's alphabet soup. Part A, hospital insurance. This is for inpatient hospital stays. It's for hospice care, which you certainly
Yeah.
are an expert at, for those end of life.
We try to be.
Yeah, and you're doing it extraordinarily well. For skilled nursing, also known as rehab, skilled nursing is not a nursing home.
Right.
Skilled nursing is very particularly focused on rehab, transitional care. Typically after a several-day hospital stay, we just need a little fine-tuning before going home. And then some of the home health care costs. So Medicare doesn't cover all the home health care costs, but it does cover some of it. Part B, medical insurance. also known as pretty much doctor insurance. These are where your doctor gets to bill for outpatient visits in his or her office, or when the doctor visits you in the hospital. That's covered under Part B or addressed by Part B medical insurance. Also, durable medical equipment, things like walkers, wheelchairs, bathroom accessories, continuous glucose monitors fall into Part B. And now certain medications are coming into Part B, which is new information. We'll save that into another block. But most vaccinations, not all vaccinations, but most vaccinations given in a doctor's office or pharmacy, or infusions given in a doctor's office, are covered under Part B. Then we're going to jump from A and B to D. We'll get back to C in a moment. We're jumping to Part D because that's prescription drug coverage. And even if you take 0 medications, none at all, you still have to have drug coverage. That is a Medicare rule. And if you don't have it, you will be penalized at somewhere down the road, and it's a lifetime penalty. It does not go away, cannot be negotiated or reduced. Then we'll back into Part C, Medicare Advantage. Those are synonymous terms. And it is exactly the insurance that you've known about for years, the insurance that you've had for years. And it involves networks with your doctors have to work within a network to keep your copays and your expenses down. It's a pay-as-you-go type of plan. You're working with deductibles and copays and coinsurance and maximum out-of-pocket expenses. And all of those are measured in dollars except for coinsurance, which is measured in percentages. So instead of a $20 charge for, let's say it's an x-ray, it would be 20% of a cost of an x-ray. Well, those are very, very different costs. And then alongside Medicare Advantage Part C, another option would be Medigap plans or Medicare supplement plans. Those terms are also synonymous. And think of it kind of as a prepaid style plan where you have higher monthly premiums, but they're steady, but there's no doctor networks and there are no copays, co-insurance, no maximum out-of-pocket expenses. You have access to over 95% of the providers nationwide, even if you move to another state. And the big Minnesota question is, does it include Mayo Clinic? In a Medigap plan, yes. In a Medicare Advantage plan, maybe. So,
all right. The music is cueing us out, Harvey. It's time for a short break. Harvey Pearl, principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker, is talking about what's ahead for Medicare in 2026. If you have a question for Harvey, please give us a call, 952-946-6205, or text us at 612-999-3426. I'm Ken Haglind, and you are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well.
You have a loved one who is not receiving the care that they deserve at their current memory care facility. I'm Aiden Haglind, Director of Community Relations here at the Welshire, and I meet with families every single day who are struggling with poor staffing, missed medications, poor personal cares, and an absence of engagement from consistent activities. 85% of our residents at the Welshire are coming from other memory care facilities that could not meet their care needs. Not all memory care is created equally. And if this is something your family is experiencing, I encourage you to come visit our community of well-being and see the Welshire difference, where we promise that your loved one will live with pride and dignity. The Welshire has 24/7 nursing, a robust activities team that provides activities 7 days a week. And when the diagnosis takes a 9-to-5 approach, so will we. Book a tour at welshiremn.com and see our community of well-being in action. That's welshiremn.com. Again, that's welshiremn.com.
Market Fresh Minnesota is your to-go destination for fresh vegetables, quality meats, seafood, and a wide variety of grocery staples. Locally owned and operated, Market Fresh Minnesota brings together the best of Asian foods in one welcoming store that is also kind to the pocketbook. Discover Market Fresh, your local Asian food store, just south of Rosedale on 1800 County Road 36.
Hey, it's Patrick for Zero Res. Did you know that August is Pet Appreciation Month? Zero Res doesn't use harsh soaps or chemicals, so it's safe for all your furry friends. If you have a pet like I do, you know they like to leave little bits of themselves around the house, whether that's fur or dander or worse, and you need to call my cleaning heroes at Zero Res to help get your house back in shape. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, hardwood, every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. So if it's been months since your last deep clean, it's time to give the pros at Zero Res a call. And if you need to freshen up your home for the fall, Zero Res is dropping a Labor Day sale just in time for the start of the school year. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $119 plus a free hallway and $75 off an air duct cleaning. Sale ends Labor Day. Call 952-ZERO-RES or go to ZeroResMinnesota.com and ask for the AM 950 special. Backward or forward spells the same. Zero Res.
Hey, Francois, how are you enjoying the state fair?
Je me bien amusé.
Oh, you really do love those macaroons from Nicolette's, don't you?
Oh, ils sont merveilleux.
I've heard there's great new flavors, cotton candy, root beer float, sweet corn, and mini donut.
Très, très bon goût.
Oh, plus they have 12 other gluten-free flavors. It's so great you support a local, small, woman-owned business.
Bien sûr, avec plaisir.
Visit Nicolette's in the West End Market between Lulu's and the Blue Barn. See you at that great Minnesota get-together.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about helping you and your loved ones improve and enjoy your quality of life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today is Harvey Pearl, principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker. And Harvey's talking about what is ahead for Medicare in 2026. Harvey, how can our listeners contact you if they have questions, want more information, are looking for more education maybe on what we're talking about today?
Thank you for asking. 651-303-8889. And one of the things we're very proud of is we don't have voicemail. We have something better. Humans, only humans answer our phones. And if it's not me or Jennifer or Raphael, it's going to be our receptionist. So you will always get a human to hear you. So, and then as far as our website, we've been adding more and more to our website. So if you go to pearlandcompany.com/education, and that's spelled P as in Peter, ERLE, and company are both spelled out, .com/education. And if you go there, you'll see courses that are coming up in August and September that you can RSVP to. There'll be in-person classes, and you can watch our 8 videos, each 3 to 5 minutes long, on some of the basics of Medicare.
Right.
And so,
you scroll down.
you scroll down further down on the
education
page.
Yep.
Right.
Keep scrolling through all the events that you host. And then you've got the videos. Fantastic.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun putting those together. People are really enjoying that, the feedback we're getting.
Well, I think everything is moving towards a video, a how-to videos.
Well, and you can replay it as often as you need.
Right.
Because there's a lot of information. And so we have it where you can read it as well as listen to it. So if hearing is a little bit of a challenge, you can read along, follow the bouncing ball.
Yeah.
So chapter 2, let's talk about anticipated changes.
Yes.
So we don't know for sure. So I'm underscoring this. I am not telling you that this is an absolute. This is what we're hearing.
Well, it's a sneak peek.
It's a sneak peek.
Right.
Yes, it is. So don't put this in stone yet. But we know that Part B premium is likely to increase. Right now, it's starting at $185 a month. And if you have an income-related factor that goes back 2 years, there's always a 2-year look back. So they're going to look at your adjusted gross income for 2024 to determine what your Part B premium will be for 2026. So we think it's going to be over $206 a month, but that's not for sure in terms of the starting tier. What has been happening in terms of actual carrier premiums, we're seeing some increases that are likely to happen with the various carriers on the different plans. So we're expecting costs to go up.
And that's for supplemental with the carriers?
Those are for the Advantage plans.
Okay.
For definite. The supplements are likely to have some increases as well.
But we don't know at this point.
We haven't heard what the details are yet.
Got it. Okay.
Reduced broker support has been a trend that's been happening now for the last couple of years, and it's going to be more and more apparent. So what this means is some carriers are totally dropping agent advocacy. So there comes a point where we can't even be on the phone with you to talk with a carrier because they won't talk with you until we hang up. They will not let us enroll you. They will not let us service you. And now our clients are picking up on the importance of this and are outright saying to us, next year, switch me to a plan that involves you, because basically you're on your own, kid. If the phone number on the back of the card is the best we can tell you what questions to ask, but we can't be there to swing bat for you. And the challenges are getting more and more complicated, and people are feeling very isolated. And there are reasons why the carriers are making these changes, and I respect those decisions and I understand it. But Medicare is about advocacy. Medicare is about protecting the vulnerable. And that's the passion that we have had in our agency. It's the culture that we drive for. And so we respect if you want to go with a $0 plan with no support. We understand that, but then we can't help you with certain things.
Right.
So so that's going to be more and more apparent in the new year. The drug deductible is increasing. So right now, in the way medications are calculated, there's a deductible phase, then an initial phase, and then a catastrophic phase. So right now, it's $590 is the initial deductible for your medications. That's going to $615, we believe, in the new year. That means you're responsible for the first $615 of expenses. Okay. Then there's a combination effort between what you pay and what the carrier pays. So you pay 25% of monies over $615 and they pay 75% until combined you've spent this year $2,000. When combined, when you hit $2,000, you're done and the prescription drug plan takes over from there. Well, that's increasing to $2,100 in the new year. So these costs that you are putting out, though, can be evenly spread throughout the year in monthly payments to the prescription drug carrier, and that's interest-free. So that's just something that we remind you that these are options for you. But, the $2,100 sounds like a lot of money, but it used to be $8,000. So because of the Inflation Reduction Act, that was a huge impact on a number of different things, including reducing the cost of insulin down to $35 a month.
That's right. Yeah.
So things like this have been really very, very helpful.
So this eliminated the donut hole, right? That people
donut hole is gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yes, that coverage gap is gone.
Okay.
And then the networks are likely going to change. So the doctor that's in network this year may not be in network next year. And that's something that is very important to a lot of people. They like the doctors they like.
Those relationships are so important.
You betcha. Yeah. So we're able to do the research and try to find where those doctor networks are. Other changes that are coming down, costs of medications, costs of premiums are expected to change. Health systems are getting bold now, and they are announcing in the paper, on the news, which carriers they're not going to work with anymore. And then everybody kind of scrambles to make a deal and say, no, we'll find a way to play nicely in the sandbox. But the health systems were getting tired of getting rejections for payments or having to fight for those payments. And they finally said, you know what? It's cheaper to just not accept your plan.
Right.
And the carriers are thinking, no, that doesn't work. And certainly it doesn't help our clients at all.
Right.
So we're seeing some upheaval in the market, some scrambling of getting that settled out. The federal government is changing the amount of coverage. Medicaid benefits are being cut back, but we're still finding creative ways to help people find health insurance coverage. It may not be the most ideal solution, may not be the most perfect solution, but it's something, and that's always better than nothing. So we're very involved. My agency is very involved with MNsure. And in trying to learn about what the state is trying to come up with on Medicaid solutions. Yeah. So that's an ongoing saga. But nothing is official yet, but there might be an opportunity to move a Medicare Advantage client to a Medicare supplement plan. That's in early discussions, nothing final yet, but that's encouraging. So if you go to pearlandcompany.com/education and or call us at 651-303-8889, we'll answer more questions for you.
Perfect. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Harvey Pearl, principal of Pearl & Company, a Minnesota-based insurance broker. If you have a question for Harvey, please give us a call, 952-946-6205, or you can text us at 612-999-3426. I'm Ken Haglind, and you are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well.
The place for live music is the Park Tavern. Live music takes over the Park Tavern's dog-friendly patio. Head over on Tuesday, August 26th. It's the Blue Drifters. Wednesday, August 27th, it's DB Cooper. And more great live music will be on Thursday, August 28th. Music runs from 5:30 to 8 p.m. and reservations for groups of 8 or more are recommended. And the Park Tavern offers private and semi-private spaces for small and large groups with no room fees and no minimum spending requirements. On Louisiana Avenue, north of Highway 7 in St. Louis Park, outdoor live music is on at the Park Tavern.
Hi, I'm Corey Wisco, president of the Welshire. The Welshire excels as a memory care community in the Twin Cities, located in Bloomington, and we have a new location in Medina. But what makes Welshire so different is the people that we have working for us. Our team has been together for the past 25 years providing this type of care. We employ some of the most amazing nurses and LPNs that are in the building 24 hours a day. We also have an activity team that is over 40 people. And our scheduling begins at 9 o'clock in the morning for activities, and it goes to 7, 8 o'clock at night. And that's 7 days a week. You won't find that. That is why many of the families that come to Welshire are actually coming from another memory care facility. Not all memory care is created equally. And that's why I encourage you, if you've had issues and problems at other places, come see what makes us so special. Please visit thewelshiremn.com and book a tour.
Minnesotans age 65 plus might qualify for Health Partners Minnesota Senior Health Options. The easy all-in-one plan includes personal support, coverage for medical, prescription drugs, and dental, plus many extra benefits. Eligibility information is available at healthpartners.com/oneplan. Health Partners is a health plan that contracts with both Medicare and the Minnesota Medical Assistance Medicaid program to provide benefits of both programs to enrollees. Enrollment in Health Partners depends on contract renewal.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected for extreme weather and hail damage? This is Chad, owner of AM 950, to talk about the exterior construction company I trust, Snap Construction. If you've noticed new roofing projects in your neighborhood, your home was likely hit by hail last summer and experienced damage. Snap Construction is helping homeowners like you, and they're the roofing specialists I trust. They are the most well-reviewed contractor in the Twin Cities and have a ton of positive customer reviews from homeowners just like you. Even better, Snap Construction's installations are backed by a lifetime warranty, so you know you're dealing with a qualified roofing expert. You want to work with a company that will be here for a long time after the work is done. Snap Construction has handled thousands of claims and will help you through the process. Do yourself a favor and get a free roofing inspection so you have the facts and peace of mind you deserve. Call Snap Construction today at 612-333-SNAP. That's 612-333-SNAP. Or visit snapconstruction.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Today, cloudy with a high of 69, then tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 54. Get your home a fresh clean before the school year starts by taking advantage of Zero Res's Labor Day sale. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $119, plus a free hallway and $75 off an air duct cleaning. ZeroResMinnesota.com or call 952-0RES and ask for the AM 950 special.
You're listening to AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota.
Saturday.
Welcome back, everyone. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about helping you and your loved ones improve and enjoy your quality of life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today is Harvey Pearl. He is the principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker, and Harvey is an expert in this area of Medicare and Medicaid, and he is a great resource, and we're so happy to have him on the show today. And what Harvey's doing is taking a peek under the hood here and talking about what may be ahead for Medicare in 2026. I want to mention this radio show is brought to you in part each week by Minnesota Hospice. Minnesota Hospice is an independent, locally owned medical practice serving our Twin Cities communities with comprehensive end-of-life health care. The team at Minnesota Hospice brings patients and family members award-winning end-of-life health care services. You may not be aware that hospice brings compassionate medical, social, emotional, and spiritual services to your home with typically no cost to you or your family. Please do not wait to learn how hospice care can benefit you and your loved ones. If you have any questions regarding end-of-life care or support, please contact the compassionate team of experts at Minnesota Hospice. They are available to answer your questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by one of the colleagues, and they are always an RN, a registered nurse. So you're getting people who know all about hospice and end-of-life care. And just so you know, folks, end-of-life doesn't mean the last couple of days of life. You can have hospice care 6 months before your end of life. So you got to get out there and get some information and do it before you need it. Their number is 952-898-1022. Once again, 952-898-1022. Or simply visit them online at minnesotahospice.com. All right, let's return to our conversation with Harvey Pearl. Harvey, how do people get a hold of you? I'm sure they have questions. They want more personalized information for them. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Our humans will answer 651-303-8889. We take calls on weekends and holidays and whenever you're available.
It's just like us, 24/7.
Exactly.
Isn't that amazing?
That's the world we are living in.
I know, but the rest of the world, though, is becoming less and less accessible. It seems like, I mean, even during the day, you're calling and you're on hold for, an hour.
We take pride in being accessible. People are surprised when we actually answer the phone and go, oh.
Maybe it's just, you and I are just so old fashioned. We just always believe in answering the phone.
We're not old fashioned. We're stable.
Well, okay. So I agree with you. So, so here we are, segment 3. We're already halfway through the show. So much information that you've talked about. We've had to skip over a little bit of it just because there's, we can have a complete show on some of these different topics.
Right.
But let's talk about what's staying the same, some of the key things you want to remind us of.
So, and these are really important points. So if you are working past age 65 and you love what you're doing, keep doing it. You do not have to apply for Medicare. And frequently we get calls from clients saying, but my friend said I have to, or my uncle said I have to. And I'm saying, tell your uncle to give us a call so we can educate your uncle. Yes. Right. But you don't have to apply for Medicare. And we actually discourage it because some people will apply for A only for starters, which is okay. It's not that that's a bad thing, but then that eliminates your ability to make continued health savings account contributions.
Oh, that's right.
Because there's a 6-month rule before that Part A date.
Right.
So you kind of shoot yourself on the foot a little bit if you apply for A too early. That's a Minnesota thing. It changes in different states. But we encourage people just hang out there.
And that includes Part D, right? As long as you have coverage, you don't have to.
If you've got Part D coverage in your group health insurance plan with your employer, you're fine.
Yeah.
But now even that's changing a little bit. Some group plans are now eliminating Part D. And again, those are one of those one-on-one situations that give us a call will help navigate how to solve that problem.
See, I didn't realize that group commercial plans for employers could segment out.
They're beginning to be able to do that.
Interesting.
Yes. So that's another change that's going on in the industry. Wow. And so it's a case-by-case basis. It changes from one business to another.
Boy, those HR directors and HR managers, benefit managers have to be on the ball.
That's right. And we're actually beginning to work with HR departments. I was
going to say, that would be a natural.
On helping educate them on Medicare because there's things that
people
they're not
are working
familiar
longer
with.
too. And
You
so
betcha.
again, there's this transition.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
So if, however, you are in an individual health insurance plan, then you must apply for A and B Medicare. And that's the famous 3 months before your 65th birth month, your 65th birth month, and 3 months after your 65th birth month.
So
Say
it's
that
7
5
months
times
total,
fast.
right?
Yeah, 7-month window.
Right.
But that's if you're in an individual plan,
Individual plan.
then you must apply for Medicare.
Okay, so give me an example of an individual plan. Could be a commercial plan, could be MNsure.
I had an individual carrier plan prior to my eligibility for Medicare.
Yeah,
And so I knew what my window was and I had it on my calendar. So that's what I
got it.
That's what I did.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I was a tough client, but I was able to handle myself. So that was good. And we're going to underscore again, folks, do an annual review. I can't
Yes.
underscore this enough. And if it's not with us, that's fine. Find someone who you link with, someone whose personality matches yours, someone who you feel you can trust and confide in, because there's some intimate stuff that gets talked about. Your health.
Well, your
Pretty darn-
your HIPAA health. I mean,
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
right.
And you're revealing a bit personal information about you. We understand that. Everything that you share with an agent, a licensed agent, is confidential. That is one of our obligations. Of course, it also makes sense.
Right.
And with my background as a former nursing home administrator, I have a little bit more average insight
Sure.
than most, but through the experience in that career.
Well, Harvey, then remind us too that these policies, Medicare policies, they're not like family coverages.
That's a very good point.
because-
Medicare is individual.
Right.
Yes.
Because you may have had family coverage with your employer for your entire career,
Right.
but this is different.
Right.
And so,
Spouses could be on two very different plans.
right. Yes.
And but to that point, it's a very good point that you're raising. People are graduating off of their group plan.
plan,
They're retiring, but then they've got their spouse and the kids still on that plan. Now what? Well, we'll help you get into
sure.
individual plans and into smaller group plans for the remaining family members. Or some employees will allow the spouse and the kids to stay on that group plan. That's again a business by business
Yeah.
situation. So we need to look at your situation, your needs, your what have yous, and we'll navigate a path
Yeah.
and we'll come up with a timeline of how to just knowing what's coming up and how to plan appropriately for that.
Right.
So that's where this is not just a one and done, but this is a course. This is a journey.
Right.
So we talk about this is not transactional. This is a decades long relationship that we have with you.
Mhm.
And it's really critical to have that kind of relationship so that when you call and you say, I've got a problem, we already know who you are.
Right.
We already know about
don't
your
have to
past medical
Restate
history.
Your entire history.
Right.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the TV commercials. And I'm going to be as objective as I can be, but they are highly manipulative. They are extraordinarily manipulative. And my TV set is tired of me throwing Nerf balls at it all the time. But they really upset me because they're telling you what you want to hear and they're not telling you the whole story. So of course, a $0 premium sounds very attractive. Why would it
Right.
not? They're not telling you where the other expenses are.
There's no free lunch, Harvey.
I'm sorry to tell you that. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Virginia, there is a
sport-
Santa Claus.
the
Yes.
sports stars are not telling us the full truth.
They're not telling us the whole
Okay.
story. So these people who are answering 1-800-JoeNamath-doesn't-care-about-you.com, they just want to sell you something. They don't care who you are. They really don't. And the truth hurts. And I'm sorry to break this news to you, but it's true. They don't care who you are. We don't want to sell you a darn thing. We want to teach you.
Yeah.
We want to empower you with knowledge. Smart people make good decisions. And then when you make a decision, we follow your direction. We're not here to manipulate you. We're not here to direct you. We are here to point out where there is a mud puddle coming up ahead. You're driving the bus, but we'll tell you where that pothole is.
Mhm.
You can choose to go right, left, or right through it, but you're driving the bus, and we want to make sure that you're empowered to do that. A new thing here that is very exciting is that PrEP is now available for free pre-Medicare. If you go to the pharmaceutical house, they'll give you a coupon and you can bring it down to anywhere from $0 to $25 a month for PrEP medications. In Medicare, it's being covered under Part B as in Bravo. And that's a shock to most people because
yeah.
it's a medication. You would think it would be under
Right,
Part
Part
D as in
D.
drugs,
Right. You think
but it's
B.
under Part B.
B.
So we're making it loud. We made a video on this. It's part of our YouTube channel, but it has to be billed with a special code. That's the big secret, and we've got the code. So if you want to know what the code is, give us a call at
Yeah, right.
651-303-8889.
No, so the code you give to the pharmacy then
Yes.
at
The
pickup?
code that the doctor, it's a DRG, I believe. There's some initials of the codes that every medication has a code of how it's billed.
Right.
And it can't be a Part D code. It's got to be a Part B code. And it's very different. But that way the pharmacy can get paid and you can get your medication.
Wow.
And if you can get PrEP for free, and that keeps you healthy and therefore away from medical need, that brings the cost down for everybody.
Right. Again, cash flow. Just
You betcha.
Managing cash flow.
You betcha. So we've got the code. And we also encourage people get into the habit, if they're not already in the habit of asking, get in the habit of asking, does the provider you're going to see accept Medicare for payment? It's a critical question, especially if you're going to have a procedure.
I was going to say, yeah, when you get referred to somebody else.
Right. So let's say colonoscopies, they're in fashion. Everybody's getting them, at all different times. Ask in advance. Is everyone in that room going to be covered by Medicare? Not just the doctor, but the nurse practitioner, the pharm tech, the anesthesiologist.
Right.
You do not want a surprise bill from the anesthesiologist because that person doesn't accept Medicare. And if you don't know that in advance, we want you to self-advocate.
Yeah.
If you get that bill, there's no negotiation, there's no do-over, there's no mother may I, there's no
That's true. The service has
discount.
been given.
That you get a full retail bill.
Yeah.
So ask in advance, do they accept Medicare? And if the answer is, oh no, this one doesn't accept Medicare, fine. Please replace that person with someone who does accept Medicare.
Right.
And if the desk clerk says to you, yeah, we love Medicare. Medicare is awesome. We all love Medicare. That's not the answer.
No.
The answer is, I want to know specifically, I'm going to see Dr. Jones at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. Does that team all accept Medicare? And if the desk clerk is not sure, get a supervisor and get that person's name down and write it down, the date and time you spoke with that person, because that gives you some proof to go back to if you do get a bill to say, wait a minute, I spoke to George and George told me. So
right.
those are some of the things that we recommend to people to be aware of.
Again, another reason why to just reach out and talk to you guys. All right.
We enjoy the opportunity.
Yes, and it's critical. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back to continue our conversation with Harvey Pearl. He is the principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker. If you have a question for Harvey, please give us a call, 952-946-6205, or text us at 612-999-3426. I'm Ken Haglind, and you are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well.
Peace of mind shouldn't cost a fortune. We keep things simple at Schroman Law because we believe planning for your estate and end-of-life care shouldn't be stressful or expensive. Every client relationship starts with a free consultation so clients have the information they need before making important decisions. From there, we work closely with clients to ensure they are choosing the most efficient and cost-effective plans for their specific needs. Schedule a free consultation today at schromenlaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
The independently owned Next Chapter Booksellers is the perfect destination for your next book. The friendly staff at Next Chapter Booksellers are great at making recommendations no matter your age or taste. Plus, they have frequent events including book readings and meet and greets with authors. And they sell more than just books. They have a wide variety of puzzles and games, too. So stop in and browse the store off Snelling and Grand in St. Paul. More at nextchapterbooksellers.com.
Overwhelmed trying to make sense of Medicare? As a licensed advisor, I can help you determine your healthcare needs and evaluate your options. I'm Harvey Pearl of Pearl & Company, and I want you to have the peace of mind knowing you have the best coverage available. You deserve an advocate you can trust and coverage you can rely on. And there's no fee, ever. Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Find me at pearlsofwisdom.com. That's PERLES of wisdom.com. So we can strategize together.
Greg Bakken here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
End-of-life decisions are not easy to make. Hi, I'm Mary T. of Mary T. Hospice Care. It's important to make sure that this difficult time is meaningful and comforting to you and your loved ones. Our hospice team provides an individualized program of physical, emotional, spiritual, and practical care so your loved one is comfortable and not in pain. At Mary T. Hospice, we understand that choosing the right hospice care provider can be overwhelming, but we're here to assist you. Learn more today at marytinc.com.
Turn to Auto Technical with your vehicle donation. Even though Auto Technical is a small nonprofit, we have helped more families with transportation than any organization in Minnesota. Since '94, we have reconditioned donated vehicles so they have a higher tax benefit. Call Richard at 612-919-5526, 612-919-5526, or autotech.org.
All right. Welcome back, folks. You are listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about helping you and your loved ones improve and enjoy your highest quality of life. My name is Ken Haglind, and joining me today is my good friend Harvey Pearl, principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker. And Harvey is an expert in so many things in insurance. And today we've been talking about what's ahead for Medicare in 2026 and also reviewing the Medicare basics. But this last segment here, we're going to talk more about all the services that his organization can help provide you with. And if you have a question for us, please give us a call, 952-946-6205, or text us at 612-999-3426. Harvey, how can our listeners contact you if they have questions or want more information or want to maybe even set up an opportunity to sit down with you or talk to you over the phone?
We would love that opportunity. 651-303-8889. We'll meet daytime, weekends, evenings. We'll flex wherever we can to accommodate your schedule.
And that is important because, and I would recommend people get together with you sooner than later, because as we approach annual enrollment, not open, annual enrollment,
right?
Your schedule books up.
It does.
And it makes it harder. Again, you'll do I know you'll do everything you can to meet with people, but if they have, especially a little more complicated or they have more questions, they should just get on your schedule.
Right. And we're already making appointments.
I was going to say, yeah.
September is beginning to book up. October through December clearly is October 15th through December 7th.
Yep.
So our clients get a letter emailed to them every September asking, okay, it's that time again. Any changes in your meds, in your docs? Let us know what your changes are, your health, your financial situation. Tell us what's going on so we can put information into our software so that when the new rates come out in October, our system is updated and then we can come back to you and say, okay, where you're at, stay. It's a good thing. You should stay where you're at. Or we think we found something better for you. Let's meet.
Sure.
And so people are appreciating that initial outreach. And if you're stable and you're in a great place, we'll tell you, don't move. There's no need to go through unnecessary action.
Right. Perfect.
So,
well, let's talk about Pearl & Company. And
right.
All I mean, not only is the industry and the market changing, but so are you.
We have to change. None of us can be the dinosaur. That did not work for the dinosaurs. So we have to stay up to speed. So, but what is interesting, and just as a quick look back, we've been doing this 4 years now, you and I, and I'm really excited that we've maintained this continuity. It's really been kind of fun. But we started with just Minnesota. We're now in 6 states. So hello to our listeners in not just Minnesota, but Maryland, Georgia, Colorado, Arizona, and now Florida. So we're excited to be able to help more people. They're moving to various places. We started with one person, me, and now we have 5 people. So 2 new agents have started our team recently. Lee and she are going to cover a lot of different areas, including some of our underserved communities, such as our Hmong neighbors. And so we now can speak in that language and meet the needs of the culture. And we're very excited about that. We're making more YouTube videos. We have a YouTube channel, staying true to our educational culture. Our class schedules and videos can be found at www.pearlandcompany.com/education. You can RSVP there and see some videos on there. And we're addressing some new needs in long-term care, which long-term care coverage addresses home health care, assisted living, and nursing home needs that Medicare may not address. And hospital indemnity helps fill in some of those costs of deductibles and out-of-pocket costs for not just Medicare Advantage plans, but some of the expenses that our Medigap clients experience. We're addressing needs in final expense and burial coverage. These are the things for planning ahead. And, you know, it is part of estate planning. We have to plan to make sure our kids are not shocked once that time comes, that if we disappear when they don't expect it. And just in general, we're expanding into paid family leave, which is going into effect January 1 in the state of Minnesota.
That's a big change.
Yes, lots of things going on there. It's kind of an informal disability plan for businesses to, you know, as people are going through different needs, to make sure they've got some source of income during those breaks of time. We want to know what's going on in your life as it's happening. So when life is happening, never hesitate to give us a call. We don't charge you for those updated conversations. So on any,
well, you never charge them for anything.
That's true. That's true. We get paid by the carriers. When we enroll in a client in a plan. And that's our expectation, quite frankly. We're spending the time to teach you and service you and educate you. We expect in turn to be allowed to enroll you. That is how we keep our doors open. So we're not incentivized from one carrier or plan to another. It's all about you. And we're happy to be that fiduciary. I'm happy to say Raphael and Jennifer are still very, very strong members of our team and maintaining personal touch with our clients. People are sometimes disappointed when I answer the phone and say, oh, I was looking for Jennifer.
I want Jennifer.
So I always remind them, without you, there is no us. So I am very, very lucky to be surrounded by the caliber of people that I get the privilege of working with and learning from. And it really is extraordinarily special. There are no gimmicks behind this no fee concept. We're non-manipulative. We're here about you. We're teaching classes in person. We love doing that. People are really enjoying that engagement. By the way, there's a new thing that we just recently learned. It's fun to share. Part B premiums now, instead of getting a quarterly bill that 3 months of expense comes out of your checking account at once, you can now pay 1 month at a time online and put it on your credit card, even Amex, and get your airline miles and get your affinity points. And you can also pay your premiums for your prescription drug plans and your Medicare plans now on credit cards, and do it 1 month at a time. Cash flow matters, folks. So we're enjoying our clients who are part of our family. And if you are looking for a family to affiliate with, we would love you to join ours. We really enjoy the relationships that we have formed. It's really been just a ton of fun, and that builds. And we've been very, very honored that our clients keep sending us friends and family and colleagues, and that's the huge compliment and very, very special.
I've known you for 4 years, and I know one thing is you care about people, and that shows.
We try to stay consistent at that. Yes, thank you.
All right, one more time, how can people get a hold of you and your organization?
Thank you. 651-303-8889, and we look forward to talking with you and learning about you.
All right. I want to thank Harvey Pearl, principal of Pearl & Company, a St. Paul, Minnesota-based insurance broker, for telling us about what's ahead for Medicare in 2026. Thank you so much, Harvey, for joining us today.
Thank you. Good to see you.
We enjoyed having everybody here listening to us. Please contact us with any questions or comments you have regarding today's conversation. You can reach us anytime by voice or text at 612-999-3426. Join us again next Saturday at noon for another broadcast, and thank you for listening to Living Healthy and Aging Well, where we talk about your health and your life. Until next time, choose to live well.
One When was the last time you had your roof inspected for extreme weather?